Worcestershire and Essex settled for the draw after sharing 900 runs. Essex found themselves frustrated on day 3 as a 7th wicket partnership of Jake Libby and Ed Barnard shared a 200-run stand to end the day 350 for 6, trailing by 140 but with the match heading towards a likely draw. It got better for the pairs as day 4 got underway. Libby and Barnard picked up where they left off, Libby giving Harmer the treatment. Before, his 100 got better. A more sedate shot took him to his 150 after almost 8.5 hours in the middle. Barnard was unable to emulate the feat. Lawrence had him bowled for 128. Leach followed in the next over, strangled down the leg side for 1, Worcestershire's innings starting to draw to a close. But not before they passed 400. Essex's first innings total was now only 90 runs away. Livy was still there on 165 when lunch was called, the score 405 for 8, and the pairs continuing to frustrate their hosts. On the pairs went after lunch. Libby led the charge with the Essex bowlers toiling. With the partnership now worth over 50 runs, the visitors moved past 450, and neither man looked in any difficulties in the Chelmsford spring sun. The going was slow. The visitors were happy to soak up the pressure and play their way to some form, perhaps with one eye on their next fixture. Pennington picked up his half-century, but couldn't get much further. Harmer saw him stumped for 53, and soon after, the innings was over. Harmer with his third, Morris LBW for 6, and the pairs all out for 475 with an early tee taken. Jake Libby and Ed Barnard's mammoth stand of 244 for the 7th wicket was the turning point in the game. Their excellent work all but ended Essex hopes of getting their title defence off to the best possible start. Essex's reply didn't get off to the best of starts, so Alistair Cook, the first man to go, falling to Joe Leach to depart for 12. But that would be all she wrote. A few overs later the handshake was offered to Wesley and the two sides settled for a draw. A fair result after almost 1,000 runs had been shared over the 4 days of play, thanks to some quite wonderful knocks. Worcestershire remain on their travels next week. The County Ground the venue for their match against Derbyshire. Essex meanwhile welcomed Durham to the Cloudfm County Ground for their second round fixture.